Hello guys, and welcome to the updated Pacers jersey collection video, much requested. I'm just gonna get right into this because I got 41 Pacers jerseys, so I don't want this video to be an hour long, so I'm just gonna talk about how I'm gonna format this. I'm just gonna show the jerseys in alphabetical order the way I got them, maybe give a little bit of a background why I've got the jersey, when I got the jersey, how I got the jersey, whatever. But yeah, let's just get right into this. Okay, so first up we got Ron Artest, number 23 Reebok jersey. Got this because recently watched the Malice at the Palace documentary, and whenever I watch like the Pacers documentaries, like the Reggie Miller one or the Malice at the Palace one, it always makes me like want to buy jerseys of some of those players because I really connect with them, and I'm just like, man, I really like this dude. And Ron Artest was one of those guys that I really liked. I mean, won Defensive Player of the Year here in Indy, was one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, if not the best. Despite what he did do, I still consider him a Pacers legend. I mean, the guy was just a beast. And I knew I had to get his jersey because those type of players, I just love those type of players, those tough, hard-nosed kind of guys. So I knew I had to get his jersey. And it's the white pinstripes. I mean, this just screams early 2000s Indianapolis. And that's when I was born. I was born in 2006, grew up in Indy. Like, I saw people wearing this kind of stuff all the time, so it's just kind of nostalgic to me. You know, I just like this. Got it for pretty cheap on eBay. I mean, it's not stitched. It's screen printed, but yeah, it's held up pretty well. It is an XL because I like my jerseys baggy. But yeah, Ron Artest. Okay, here we got a normal Icon Edition Oshae Brissett jersey. Got this around my birthday. Got some birthday money and stuff. So, bought this jersey just because Oshae Brissett, pretty good player for the Pacers, even though he is on the Celtics now. But I still rock this jersey, still love Oshae Brissett. He was a dog when he played here. Okay, here we got City Edition Malcolm Brogdon jersey. This was when they did those City Edition jerseys where they mixed the different eras. So, you know, you got the FloJo part from the 90s, and then you got this Pacers font with the racing stripe running through it from the mid to late 80s. But yeah, I got a Malcolm Brogdon one because when I went to I got picked up straight from school. My dad drove me because football season had ended. I was sophomore, football season had ended by that point. My dad works in Indy, so picked me up, drove me, stayed in his workplace for a little bit, and then when he finished up, walked down to the team store. I saw they had Caris LeVert, Domantas Sabonis, Miles Turner, and Malcolm Brogdon. I had Domas, I had LeVert, I had Miles. So even though I wasn't a huge Malcolm Brogdon fan, I still picked up the Malcolm Brogdon jersey just because I didn't have a Malcolm Brogdon jersey yet, and he did put in some pretty good time with us by this point. And by the time we traded him and stuff, like, he put in some good time for us. Averaged 20 points per game, was a pretty good player for us. So it was a pretty good pickup. And in case you're wondering, yeah, this is one of the limited edition ones. 164 out of 529. So even though it is a Malcolm Brogdon jersey, the limited editionness of it might boost that value a little bit, but it's not like I'm going to sell this. I'm going to keep this for forever. So yeah, on to the next one. Here we got one of the newest additions to the collection, a Bruce Brown jersey. You know, normal white Indiana Pacers Bruce Brown jersey. Yeah, not much to this, just got it because I know, sometimes Bruce Brown, when he's bad, he's really bad, but when he's good, he is really good. And Bruce Brown's a pretty fun guy to watch, and I just like the passion that he plays with, the toughness that he plays with. Even though it's not been the best this year, he was known for being a pretty good perimeter defender. But yeah, I like the energy that he plays with. Just a good player for the Pacers so far, and I like it. Now, you may be wondering which number 3 this is for the Indiana Pacers. Chris Duarte. Chris Duarte got this right after he was drafted. As you can see, the R. Yeah, whoever made this, they kind of messed up a little bit. But yeah, got this right after he was drafted. Obviously we all had really high hopes for him, but didn't exactly live up to that. But I'm not even super mad with the way his career turned out. He put in good work with us, good time, was a decent shooter, pretty good perimeter defender. I would say overall Chris Duarte's tenure with the Indiana Pacers, while it was kind of underwhelming, it wasn't bad. So, still proud to rock this jersey. All these jerseys I still wear. But yeah, still proud to rock this jersey. Oh, these next few Pacers jerseys that I'm about to bring up is going to bring some memories for, you know, those late 2000 Jim O'Brien Pacers. But this is a TJ Ford Indiana Pacers jersey. Adidas. It is stitched, as you can see. Now, you may be wondering, how in the world did I get a TJ Ford jersey? Well, for $32 on eBay, it's pretty hard to beat. TJ Ford was known for being a short, feisty, undersized guard, not just for the Pacers, but for a few other teams. So I knew I had to pick this up because TJ Ford, you know, I kind of vaguely remember watching him play when I was younger. But he was, you know, he was energetic. He was kind of like, you know, I guess you could say a TJ McConnell before TJ McConnell type player. So I knew I had to pick this up because how often am I going to see someone selling a TJ Ford jersey? That's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Come on. Now this jersey, y'all already know who this is. Jeff Foster. One of, if not the best offensive rebounder in Indiana Pacers history. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, but oh my goodness, this guy was amazing at getting offensive rebounds. Didn't score the most points, wasn't the best shooter, wasn't the best defender, shot blocker, all that kind of stuff, but the thing that he was amazing at was grabbing rebounds, offensive rebounds specifically. Who doesn't love Jeff Foster? If you're an Indiana Pacers fan and you don't like Jeff Foster, there's something wrong with you. This jersey, along with my TJ Ford jersey, and a lot of these style of jerseys, I love to wear just because they're kind of random players, but they were good players when they played for us, and a lot of guys have fond memories of them. So this jersey, another one that I'm really proud to wear because it's a unique jersey, kind of rare, and who doesn't love Jeff Foster? How can you not love Jeff Foster? Honestly, unironically, one of the better Pacers of all time. Not the best, or one of the best, but one of the better Pacers of all time. Because this dude, he spent his whole career in Indy. It was just a pretty solid player for us. Here we have the 1971-1972 ABA throwback jerseys from back in the day. And one of the big reasons I wanted to get this jersey, yeah, it's Adidas, and yeah, it has the NBA logo. And yeah, this 70s design is really cool. But it has the ABA logo on the back of it. Yes, obviously, Danny Granger. Who else wore 33 from the Pacers during this time? Obviously, Danny Granger. But that ABA logo, oh my goodness, that just looks so cool to me. I don't know why. I just love that part of this jersey. But yeah, Danny Granger, ABA throwback jersey. Really cool design. One of the better jerseys in Pacers history, in my opinion. And I only got it for like $40-50 on eBay. A lot of these eBay jerseys, oh my goodness, I got steals on them. Amazing. Saved so much money. But yeah, this is a XL, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it says it's an XL, but this thing is more like a 2X. This thing is really baggy, but I still love to wear it because Danny Granger and this jersey looks really cool. Now, to cut down on time, just so you know, I do have two I have two Tyrese Halliburton jerseys, but the other one is just the basic Icon Edition. I got it the offseason after we traded for him because obviously I had to. Like, how could I not own a Tyrese Halliburton jersey? But that one's just a basic Icon Edition. There's really nothing to it. I just bought it because Tyrese Halliburton. Now, this right here, Tyrese Halliburton City Edition jersey from this year, obviously. Pretty nice jersey. I know a lot of people hated on it, but I kind of like it. You know, it's grown on me. It helps that we went undefeated in them, but this jersey's really grown on me. I like it. You know, at the bottom, XL at the bottom. It's got the Pacers with these like turquoise kind of blue colors. But, you know, I was kind of a little story. I was in school when they dropped this, and I did not have the Wi-Fi password, so my phone was not loaded. So I had to get on my Chromebook. I went on my Chromebook, went to the Pacers team store. I was originally planning on getting a Miles Turner jersey of this, just so that I could have 3 Miles Turner's jerseys. But all that they had was this Tyrese Halliburton one at the time. When they first dropped. And I was like, you know what? I'm getting 2 Tyrese Halliburton jerseys. And I bought it on my school Chromebook. I wasn't sure if the transaction was actually going to go through, but I put all my information in there, and they let me buy this jersey through my school Chromebook. Only jersey in this collection out of 41 jerseys that I bought on my school Chromebook. So just a little note on that. So, normal Adidas Indiana Pacers jersey. And if you don't know who this player is just by the front, Tyler Hansborough. Got it for I think $60. It is a large, but you know how these Adidas jerseys they run bigger, so it's basically an XL. But yeah, right here, Tyler Hansborough jersey. Got it on eBay. Pretty good deal. I don't know if I don't really know if there's anybody younger than me who doesn't know who Tyler Hansborough is. But if you don't know who Tyler Hansborough is, you need to look up Tyler Hansborough. This dude, he got in a decent amount of fights in the NBA. Was a pretty good rebounder. I know his stats don't look the best, but this guy is loved by so many Pacers fans because he just played tough, he played hard, and got in a decent amount of fights, especially for the NBA. He got in a good amount of fights and won a majority of them. And we just love that because the energy that this dude brought to the court every night, it was beautiful. And those Eastern Conference Final teams and stuff, he was one of the core players on, a team that had Paul George, David West, Roy Hibbert, Lance Stephenson, George Hill, and Danny Granger. He was a part of that core just because of the energy that he brought and how great of a locker room guy he was and how he always defended his teammates on the court. So obviously, I rock this jersey with pride. Okay, so here we have a autographed. I didn't buy it because it was autographed. I'll tell you why I bought it in a second. But autographed Roy Hibbert jersey. Now, for those of you who have followed the channel for a minute, you probably know that growing up as a kid, watching those Eastern Conference Finals Pacers, my favorite player, and still to this day my favorite Pacer of all time, is Roy Hibbert. And growing up, I had a small Roy Hibbert jersey that fit me, when I was 5 or 6 years old. Obviously, I outgrew that jersey. And as I got older, I got nostalgic. And as I got more nostalgic, I realized I needed a Roy Hibbert jersey. So I went on eBay and got an autographed Roy Hibbert jersey for like $40. Why was it sold for that cheap? I don't know. It's a large. It's an actual large. It's not a youth large. I don't know why it was that cheap, but I'm glad it was that cheap because now I have a Roy Hibbert jersey and it's autographed. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I mean, for those of you who haven't heard the story, yeah, I was like 9 or 10 years old when Roy Hibbert got traded, and I found out on the 4th of July. My parents had hid it from me for forever, and I overheard it on the radio during the 4th of July, and I cried. The whole 4th of July while the fireworks were going off or whatever, I was just in my mom's van, just crying, like bawling my eyes out because we traded Roy Hibbert, my favorite player of all time. That is how much I loved watching Roy Hibbert play for the Pacers. I know he gets a lot of hate, but this is my dog. Okay, I get we don't like this guy right now, but let's not forget when he was good for the Pacers, he was really good for the Pacers. So I had to pick up his jersey because I still consider him a pretty good player. And as long as he can get out of this slump, I think he'll still be considered a good player. But yeah, once he gets out of this slump, we'll be back to loving Buddy Hield. Don't worry. Here we have a George Hill jersey. Obviously not from his first stint, but from his second stint with the Pacers. Why did I get it? Because who else is going to have a George Hill jersey from when he wore number 7 in his second stint with the Indiana Pacers? Had to pick it up. Had to do it for the culture. So yeah, George Hill jersey when he wore number 7 with the Pacers. Had to do it. Here we have the other number 3 from the Indiana Pacers, Aaron Holiday. Now you may be thinking there's something a little bit off with this jersey. That's because it's fake. It's fake. But I'm not telling you it's fake to say like, I don't wear this jersey, it's trash, whatever, throw it away. No, I'm telling you because originally when I got this jersey, the stitching on it was like fishing line. Like it was clear thread. So what I did was I took a stitch remover, took all of that out, learned how to sew, got some thread that matched the Pacers yellow, and sewed all this back on to make it look at least passable so I could wear it. I spent a decent amount of time doing it, so I know it doesn't look the best, but it's at least passable, so I can still wear this jersey. Just a little thing to note. Kind of cool. Yes, sir. This is an Isaiah Jackson jersey, and actually, this isn't the coolest Isaiah Jackson jersey just in this house, because my dad has the number 23 Isaiah Jackson jersey from his rookie year, back when he had number 3 before he switched to 22 and Aaron Nesmith took 23. So my dad actually has the rarest Isaiah Jackson jersey in this house, not me. But that's because me and my dad both love Isaiah Jackson. That dude, every time he gets on the court, he plays with heart, he plays with passion. He's a great defender, great shot blocker, running up and down the court, doing whatever he can to contribute to this team. And I know at the start of the year, a lot of people were hating on him. Like, when I tried to defend the guy, a lot of people told me that the coaching staff gave up on him, he didn't show improvement, and he wasn't even going to be on the team at the end of this year. Well, Isaiah's proven them wrong in the past month, because, oh my goodness, ever since Jalen Smith got hurt, this guy has been lighting it up. Scoring, good rebounder, getting, a few games where he's got like 3 or 4 blocks. He's an all-around really good backup center and power forward who is probably going to have a decent career in the NBA now. And I just want to say, I told you so. This is my dog, and I'm going to defend him, probably even after he's not even on the Pacers anymore, which hopefully doesn't happen. Hopefully he stays on the Pacers for the rest of his career. But I'm always going to defend him because he's my dog. He got that dog in him. Okay, so from one Jackson to another, we go from Isaiah Jackson to Steven Jackson. Reebok Pacers jersey. Why did I want a Steven Jackson jersey? Because that guy's a dog. I mean, along with Ron Artest, probably like the number 1 and number 2 best perimeter defenders in the NBA, both on the Indiana Pacers. If I'm with you, I'm with you. That's what Steven Jackson said, and I agree with him, so had to cop a jersey for the culture. Because, I mean, what is more Indianapolis than wearing a Steven Jackson jersey? It doesn't get more 317 than that. I'm just going to say, like, it doesn't get more Indy than that. Going to Long's Donuts, wearing a Steven Jackson jersey. Now, it doesn't matter if you go to the east side or the south side of Long's. I don't care. I mean, I think the east side is the original, but I always go to the south side because I'm from the south side. So I stick with the south side Long's personally. Yep. Hickory jersey, the second iteration of these Hickory jerseys. I always just really like them because they aren't the Pacers colors at all. Obviously, like this Nike logo being red and this Motorola logo being red and white just isn't something that you normally see because the Pacers colors are not red, white, and yellow, orange. Yeah. And yeah, it's a Jeremy Lamb jersey. Because why wouldn't I have a Jeremy Lamb jersey? I mean, he was a pretty solid player. He was a pretty solid player. I mean, it's not like he was super memorable or anything, but he's a pretty good player. And a big reason that I got a Jeremy Lamb jersey was because this was on sale for $69 instead of the normal like $120, $130 that these go for. So it was on sale, and it was a Hickory jersey, which I didn't have yet, so I had to buy one. I remember I was at the game when Jeremy Lamb was in a press box after he tore his ACL, and he had a standing ovation. That was pretty cool to be a part of. So yeah, after that, I just kind of personally connected with Jeremy Lamb in here. So had to get a jersey. Yeah, I was one of the people who bought a Karis LeVert jersey after we traded for him, and we thought he was going to be really good. Now, to be fair, he did average 20 points per game for us that one year. He was good for us. It's not like he was bad for us. He was good for us. It's just he didn't really click with Rick Carlisle and the team that we had at the time going on. It just didn't really click with him. I feel like if you actually threw him in with the Pacers we have now with Tyrese Halliburton, he might actually be putting up some pretty good numbers. He was a good player for us. It's just the chemistry, it just didn't really mesh. It didn't really work out. So this has now become kind of an obscure jersey that I now own. And yeah, I still wear it. And yeah, some people clown on me for it, but I'm still gonna rock it. It's cool. I like it. Bennedict Mathurin. That's all I gotta say. I mean, just a normal. Bought it after he was drafted. Bennedict Mathurin. Pretty cool. I like how his name curves like that. Looks kind of cool over the double zeros. Personally, I like it. But yeah, just a regular Bennedict Mathurin jersey. Obviously I'll wear this. Why wouldn't I wear this? This is Ben Mathurin. I mean, dude's a dog. Okay, so a lot of you guys probably forgot about these jerseys. This is the Indiana Pacers Earned Edition jersey. You can see there, Earned Edition. And yeah, this is really cool. One, because yeah, the silver jock tag just looks kind of clean. The Nike logo being like that, you know, being kind of shiny. And this was before the 75th anniversary jerseys where all of the Nike logos look like that. So at the time, that it just looked kind of clean. We didn't, you know, wasn't really like that. Motorola patch. The pinstripes going down like that, yeah, it kind of looks like the Orlando Magic jerseys from that one time. And yeah, I own a TJ McConnell jersey, okay? Yeah, I get it. Stereotypical white basketball fan who likes hard-nosed players who are gritty. Obviously, I own a TJ McConnell jersey. And the reason that I own a TJ McConnell jersey is the same reason that anyone owns a TJ McConnell jersey. He's hard-nosed, plays good defense. On offense, that little, like, where you would think that TJ McConnell doesn't have a left hand to go to, where he just dribbles circles around the restricted area with his right hand until an opening comes and he can step back and hit that little fadeaway, or he can back a player down and then hit that little spin fadeaway that he does. That type of stuff on offense that he does is just really entertaining to me, and I love to see that kind of stuff just because it's fun to watch. Do I even have to say anything? Like, do I even have to explain why I own a Reggie Miller FloJo jersey? Like, I shouldn't even have to explain why I own this. Like, it's Reggie Miller, the greatest Pacer of all time. Holds, like, I don't know, I think he holds like 21 franchise records, I believe. Both career and single season records. Okay, here we have a City Edition jersey, the Pinstripe City Edition jersey. Relax. Yes, it is an Andrew Nembhard one, okay? There's a story behind this. Told my mom for my birthday, wanted an Andrew Nembhard jersey, said blue. Figured that it was clear that the blue I was talking about was the Icon Edition, you know, the normal blue, navy blue that we wear. Instead, I got this. Not mad about it. It's a jersey. I rock this. I still wear this. Andrew Nembhard. It's right in his name. He's hard. You know, he's fun to watch. He's a good player. But yeah, just kind of a puzzling decision to think that blue meant this. I don't know. You gotta ask my mom about that one. I don't know. But yeah, Andrew Nembhard. I do have an Andrew Nembhard jersey. It's just not in the way that you would expect. But you know, again, it's in his name. He's hard. So follow up one energetic spark plug off the bench with another energetic spark plug off the bench. Aaron Nesmith, number 23. He's just a fun guy to watch. I mean, he goes in, dives for loose balls. He's a really fast-paced guy. When he throws it down, I mean, when he dunks over people, the energy that this guy plays with, you can tell he's got something to prove. And it's because of what happened with the Celtics, how they said we traded Malcolm Brogdon for nothing, saying that he wasn't going to be anything, he wasn't worth anything, whatever. And then he comes here, he's popping off. I know, again, saying that someone's a good defender on this team is a stretch, but historically, like this year, last year, he's a decent perimeter defender, and on offense, the guy just plays with energy that is unmatched. And he can hit threes, he can finish inside, he can get up and dunk on some guys, and whenever he slams it down, like he gets that nice little inside pass from Tyrese, and he slams it down, the energy that he comes down with, flexing and stuff, it's just so fun to watch. I like watching him play basketball a lot. I actually have an autographed hat from him. I met him, and I said that he was going to be a pretty good player, a pretty good wing off the bench for us. And he is. I mean, this guy guarding, like, we saw this guy guard Giannis. Obviously, he didn't do amazing because Giannis dropped 60. But this guy stood his ground against a 7-foot, 250-pound guy when he's like 6'4", 215. This guy's playing power forward, and he's actually good at it. He's just a tough basketball player. I mean, he's just a hooper. I mean, yeah, I have a Jordan Nwora jersey. Because I feel like we forget this guy's actually a really good scorer. I mean, he averaged 13 points per game for us last year when he was getting consistent playing time, and now whenever he comes in, he usually scores the ball pretty well. I like him. I also met him. He's a really nice guy. He's a really nice guy, and he's a pretty good scorer. And actually, I wanted us to draft him when we drafted Cassius Stanley. He was taking a few picks before, so it's not like we passed up on Jordan Nwora to draft Cassius Stanley. But I did want us to draft him out of Louisville. I thought he would be a really good two-way wing. Well, actually, I don't remember if I thought he was going to be good on defense. But I knew he was going to be a pretty good scorer and a pretty good forward. So once I saw him doing well in Milwaukee, I was happy. And then when I saw that we traded for him and got him, I was really happy because a lot of people didn't really know about him. And now we do, and we realize that he's a good basketball player. It's just hard for anybody to crack this rotation, and that's why he's not really getting playing time. But he's been a pro about it. I mean, he hasn't complained. He's just worked his tail off. And I'm happy whenever he does crack the rotation and get playing time because I know that he's working hard for it, and he definitely deserves it. Here we have another City Edition jersey. Nice little City Edition jersey. Got the little road going down it. I know this is like what people, a lot of people consider this one of our worst City Edition jerseys, but even our bad City Edition jerseys are still pretty good because I like this personally. If you're wondering what that Sharpie mark came from, I've told the story before, but if you haven't heard it, Domantas Sabonis handed me back a Sharpie with the Sharpie end first, and it poked me right there. I've never washed it out just because it's a cool story to tell people, so I've just kept it there because it's pretty cool. So yeah, I've never used like stain remover to try to wash it off. So, but yeah, right here, Victor Oladipo. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I still like him. I know he did, the whole can I come play with y'all, whatever. But what this guy did for this franchise when he was in his prime, hitting game winners, taking LeBron to 7 games in a series that we really should have won, but till the day I die, I'm going to say that the NBA had a hand in helping the Cavaliers win that series and then seeing the Cavs go all the way to the finals. This team was a lot better than people gave it credit for. And then before Oladipo got injured, we were a 3 seed. This guy stays healthy, that team might have made a little run. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, Victor Oladipo. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I still love him. I still love him. So I still wear this jersey. Okay, so here we have the 1987 to 1988 throwback jersey. Reebok. No, this is not the Mitchell and Ness one. This is the actual one from around 2000. I think this was 2003, 2004. Yeah, this is the actual original one, not the Mitchell and Ness one, because you can see the Reebok jersey right, the Reebok logo right there. But yeah, and I wanted this jersey because I've always wanted a jersey with this design right here. Just the way that this jersey is constructed has always been beautiful to me, especially with the way this font is and the way the colors are, with the blue and then the yellow and then the blue with the little white line kind of separating them. Always thought that was pretty cool. And of course it's Jermaine O'Neal, probably the second best pacer, second best NBA pacer of all time. Roger Brown, R.I.P., George McGinnis, R.I.P., Mel Daniels, R.I.P., all those guys, really good players. So to compare them to Jermaine O'Neal is kind of unfair just because of how different the eras are and stuff. So the second best NBA pacer of all time, Jermaine O'Neal. His number should be retired. Number 7 should be in the rafters of the field house, but it's not. And yeah, I got this on eBay for like 30 or 40 bucks when a lot of people are selling this jersey, this original jersey, not the Mitchell and Ness one, for a lot more than that. So I'm really lucky I got a deal on this, and I was really hyped when I got it. Now here is a Mitchell and Ness throwback jersey. 99 to 2000 Jalen Rose throwback. Yep, right here. This is a 2X. Sizing wise, like number size, it's the biggest one I own. But I still feel like the Danny Granger one, that's an XL, is bigger than this, personally. But yeah, Jalen Rose. My only real complaint with these Mitchell and Ness jerseys is that this style is screen printed and not stitched. And it has this like little design that tries to make it look like it's stitched, but it's obviously not. I don't know why they do that. It just looks kind of stupid to me. But yeah, these jerseys retail go for, $150, $160. They're decently expensive. I got this on eBay for $70. Like, you can tell I'm from Indy because I get so hyped over saving money when buying my jerseys. But yeah, this is one of my more proud moments of saving money when buying a jersey. But yeah, Jalen Rose, pretty good player for us. Analyst said some pretty wild stuff. as an analyst. But yeah, Jalen Rose, he was a dog. I have 2 Sabonis jerseys. The other one is just the basic Fanatics branded yellow one from back in the day with like the cornrows on the back. That was the old Statement Edition jersey before this new Statement Edition jersey with the Jordan logo. So I'm not going to show that one in the interest of time, but just know I do have 2 Sabonis jerseys. But yeah, this is a Domantas Sabonis jersey, and this is the first wave of when they started making these Jordan Statement Edition jerseys. This fun fact, but yeah, here you can see the jock tag there. Fun fact, this was the first purchase that I made when I got my debit card when I was a freshman. Got a debit card right after my freshman football game. Went to where I bank. I'm not going to tell you where I bank, but I went to where I bank, got a card. This was the first purchase that I made because it was the first wave, and when I saw that Jordan logo, I was just like, that's hard. So I had to get it. I had to do it for the culture. I mean, Domas, 2-time All-Star with the Pacers. I think he's a 3-time All-Star overall now. Really good rebounder, good scorer, pretty good passer too. I respect him even though he's with the Kings. I still respect what he does now. So, pretty good player, Domantas Sabonis. If you don't know who this is by the number, I'll explain in a second. But while this does look like an unassuming Fanatics branded jersey, by the way, this isn't fake. Just because it doesn't have the Nike logo or the Motorola logo, doesn't mean that it's fake. Right there. Fanatics branded. I've had so many people tell me that this is a fake jersey or the other Fanatics ones are fake jerseys just because they don't have the Nike logo. Please do some research. These are literally off the Fanatics website. They're not fake. Also, why do you care if they are fake? It doesn't matter. A jersey is a jersey. Let people enjoy buying jerseys. Not everyone has the means to buy everything real, authentic all the time. Just let people buy jerseys. Stop being a dick. Oh my goodness. But yeah. JaKarr Sampson. I know, okay? Some of you probably don't even know who that is. But JaKarr Sampson. The reason this is my favorite jersey in my collection is because, one, I have never seen another person with a JaKarr Sampson jersey. Now, I know, like, you look at his stats, you're wondering why in the world do I like this guy? Well, one, he was a really good spark plug, a kind of undersized power forward, went in there and did anything that you asked him to do. You wanted him to play good defense? He did it. You wanted him to get in the interior and just dunk over people and bring that whole energy in the building up. That's what JaKarr did. But the main thing that I loved to see JaKarr Sampson do was fight people. I loved whenever JaKarr Sampson got in a fight, or whenever he got in a scuffle, or whenever he got someone mad, or anytime anyone else got in a scuffle. If anybody else got in a scuffle, JaKarr Sampson just sprinted over there to get in there. And as soon as JaKarr Sampson got in there, it stopped. I mean, this guy was like an enforcer in hockey. JaKarr Sampson was so good. And I loved watching him so much. And he doesn't get the credit that he... I know, you're going to be like, oh, you're glazing him. Whatever. I don't care. Because nobody else is a JaKarr Sampson meat writer. There's got to be at least one. Because he deserves it. The amount of work that he put in, the intensity that he played with, the energy that he played with. It was just beautiful to watch. So that's why I own this jersey. If anybody else does have a JaKarr Sampson jersey, let me know. Because I just want to know if there's anybody else. But yeah, JaKarr Sampson. Pacers legend. Okay, here we have the City Edition jerseys from last year. A lot of people hated on these too, but like the other City Edition jerseys, these did kind of grow on me after we got to see them in action a little bit. Once I bought it, I did like it a little bit more. But yeah, and this little thing on the bottom, this says "We Grow Basketball" here. I just always liked that personally. And yeah, it's a Jalen Smith one. As soon as I saw Jalen Smith take a huge pay cut just to stay here because he wanted to stay an Indiana Pacer, it warmed my heart so much to see someone do that I wanted to get his jersey immediately. Now, obviously, I didn't get his jersey immediately, but I got it fairly soon because I knew the City Edition jerseys were coming out, so I was waiting for the City Edition jerseys to come out for me to get a Jalen Smith one. But yeah, Jalen Smith, City Edition jersey. The guy's a dog. He's injured, so, get well soon. But the guy's a dog. Lance Stephenson. Need I say more? Lance Stephenson from his third stint with the Pacers. And the reason that the third stint really sticks with me is because by this point, people thought that Lance Stephenson was washed. I mean, people didn't really think he had much left of the tank, especially after he played for the Hawks and he wasn't really that good. A lot of people kind of gave up on him. But then the Pacers gave him a 10-day. And then the guy came in, and during a time where, this was before we traded for Tyrese Halliburton. And yeah, he was there when we traded for Tyrese, but this was before we traded for Tyrese. This was before we made a lot of the moves that we made. So Pacers basketball was in a really dark spot. Like, there wasn't really much to look forward to before we traded for Tyrese Halliburton. It was just a really stale brand of basketball. There wasn't much to root for. But then when this guy came back and dropped 20 points in one quarter against the Brooklyn Nets in Bankers game in the field house, it was beautiful. I think I actually cried. Like, it brought a tear to my eye. It's beautiful. Lance Stephenson, Pacers legend. Edmund Sumner. A lot of you guys probably forgot about him. But yeah, Edmund Sumner. Had to get this jersey because who doesn't love Edmund Sumner? I mean, he was a dog. He's a pretty cool guy. Who doesn't like Edmund Sumner? I mean, I thought he was cool. When we cut him when he tore his Achilles, I was really sad. But Edmund Sumner, he was a dog. Here we have a Adidas Pacers jersey. And guess who? Jamal Tinsley. Yes, sir. Jamal Tinsley. Now the screen print at the bottom is kind of cracking. But Jamal Tinsley was a dog on and off the court. Did some stuff off the court, but he was still a dog. Obi Toppin. Yeah, Obi Toppin jersey. It's cool. Really fun guy to watch play basketball, and he gets up there. Okay, here we have another Pinstripe City Edition jersey. This one's Miles Turner. I do have two Miles Turner's jerseys, and yes, we're going to do both of them because both of them actually have a story behind them. This one, we were still in the early stages, or the middle, late stages of the pandemic. So I didn't get pulled out of school to go get this one. I was a freshman when this came out. And I told my dad, hey, they're going to release these. He works in Indy. So I'm like, can you, during your lunch break, if you have time, go and pick this up for me? I'll give you the money once you get home, but just go and buy this for me, and thank you. I'll repay you, obviously, but just go get this for me so you can bring it home and I can just have it that day. And he did. Went, got it. I mean, he sent me a picture in his office. It was like folded up. Sent me a picture in his office. He's like, this is the one you want? And I'm like, yeah. But yeah, it's beautiful. Miles Turner. Let me get the next one. Oh yeah, throwback Adidas Miles Turner jersey. It is pretty beat up. It's small, but it still fits me. But yeah, this jersey's pretty beat up. But the cool story behind this jersey is for Christmas I wanted a Pacers jersey. This was Christmas 2016. Thank you, Mom and Dad. But yeah, Miles Turner Adidas jersey. Just a cool little throwback. I'm sure this whole thing, a lot of these like Adidas and Reebok jerseys have been a throwback for a lot of people. So if you're going through kind of like memory lane like me, yeah, it was pretty cool. Jarace Walker, OG, when he wore number 1 before he switched to number 5. Cool story behind this. When I met Jarace Walker at the Indiana State Fair, really cool guy, signed my hat. But I was wearing this jersey, and he kind of apologized to me. He was like, oh no, is that the OG jersey? And I was like, it is, but it's cool because everybody turned it in for the number 5 jersey. I still got the number 1 jersey. This is rare now. Thank you. This is cool. Really like Jarace. Just not only as a basketball player, but as a person. Jarace Walker, really cool guy. TJ Warren. It annoys me when people say that he was only good in the bubble. Yeah, he dropped a 53-point game in the bubble. But a lot of y'all don't realize, he was top 15 in field goal percentage and was scoring almost 20 points a game for the Pacers before he even had that 53-point game. We all knew that he could score before that game. It's just a lot of people didn't know that outside of the Pacers. And all we did to get this guy was trade away cash considerations on draft night. Steal of a trade for the Indiana Pacers. But yeah, TJ Warren, Fanatics branded Indiana Pacers jersey. Oh my goodness, a lot of y'all youngins don't know don't know about David West. Yes, sir, David West. Oh my goodness, this guy. When the PA announcer came over the speaker and said, he's a bad, bad man. Number 21, David West. Oh my goodness. The whole arena just got hype. Oh my goodness. Yeah, my dad, he owns 2 Indiana Pacers jerseys. Like I said earlier, Isaiah Jackson was one of them. The other one, David West. Because nobody messed with him. I mean, he was, he wasn't just a fighter. But talking about that a little bit, he was an enforcer. He was a big dude, muscular. Like, if anybody tried to start anything, if Tyler Hansborough didn't end it, if Roy Hibbert didn't end it, it was David West who was coming in and ending it. If Danny Granger didn't end it, David West who was coming in to end it. Was just so fun to watch. There it is. The updated complete Pacers jersey collection video. Took a long time to make, so I'm not going to waste any more of your time. If you made it this far, obviously you're a real one. So subscribe, please. It would be very appreciated. And watching a video like this, wanting a video like this, knowing how long it's going to be, and watching to this point means a lot to me. But yeah, 41 Pacers jerseys. I wouldn't say that I have the biggest Pacers jersey collection, but I would say that I've got some of the most random jerseys. See you guys next time.
But you can mix right, nigga, put it in the blender. Hell yeah, I'm Wingstop. Jump on the chicken tender. It's like the beef with energy and water like timber. Hey, turning, looking like dinner. It's like I got the bag, boy or girl. You can pick